okay, I've been here a few days, so I'm aware of like this CPU SA 2036 thing. Is that how you want to build socialism in America? So like I want to know how you go from liberalism to socialism through your process. Like how will you
But I think this
overthrow?
is so weird. A lot of people confront me with this question. Lots and lots of people have. I'm not saying you're at fault or I blame you. It's just unfamiliar to me, this way of thinking. Like, first you know what you want to do for, like, encompassing a scale of hundreds of millions of people. Then you go about finding out how you want to do it. But to me, this is all these things encompass feedback loops. You require, first of all, to establish contact with the people. You can't say, I know what's best, and then you just, whoever doesn't listen to me is an idiot. You have to create a dialectic with the people to know, to establish a real praxis, not the fake praxis lefties, real praxis between our vision and the reality. So
Just to
first
clarify,
and foremost is necessary is contact with the masses, dialectic between the masses, between the cause, between cause for the people and the people in their material reality, their material being itself. This is the first thing socialists must do. Establish contact with the masses. Know the people. Know the deeper, acquire deeper sense by which it is possible to relate to not just the mind but the heart of the people. Is the first thing.
And you think the so I don't this is gonna sound strange to say, but does your so you appear to be very well read. You're definitely more well read than me. I admit that. But like, will the people of America understand what you're saying? Like, I consider myself like I understand I'm not like educated in Marxian theory, but I generally understand like Marxist concepts.
Yeah. I
But like,
want,
no.
yeah.
So you think that you can convince people with how you're currently speaking? Is what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Because
I
I don't think there should be a
so.
high barrier.
I'm
There's like a
convincing.
barrier here.
Yeah, I'm convincing many people already, but they will also teach me something, and I will have to learn from them, and then it will clarify to me how to do better at it. And it's a praxis, right? It's a dialectic. I'm not saying I know it all, and the American people will simply listen to me. I must learn from the people. We all must learn from the people, not just be teachers to the people, but learn from the people too.
And I was wondering also, what the issue is with forming a bloc with, say, like the Democratic Party, because this is the big thing, because this is like how I see the things going. I don't think that revolution is necessarily possible currently in the first world. I believe that it must come from the developing world, and our job as communists in the first world is to form a bloc within the Democratic Party to ensure interventionism doesn't.
Believe it or not, even in the so-called developing world, it's more ambiguous. It's more look at Bolivia. Was there a revolution in Bolivia?
I love what happened in Bolivia. Like that's
So,
literally what I want. That's more of what I want.
Communists do not say we want revolution first and then we create the revolution. We just are at peace with the fact that a revolution will be an inevitability. Look, this is how I would explain it. There is an objective contradiction in reality, right? The development of this contradiction, some type of progressive force, will lead to the Bay of Pigs crisis where someone's got to blink. The progressive movement will say, now we are in a position to defy the establishment or to initiate a revolution. At that point, revolutionaries become decisive. You need the balls to seize the day. This is what Lenin did in Russia. Lenin specifically, not just the Bolsheviks. Lenin specifically. He had he simply had the courage to own up to the opening of the possibility. Revolution's necessity was disclosed to Lenin. It was the right time in the right place at a specific moment. He didn't first begin with, I want a revolution. He established concrete and material relationship to the objective proletarian class struggle first. And you must establish a relationship to its material development first. Then, will that lead to a revolution? Yes, probably it will. I mean, we know it will. We know it will. But we don't need to beat that to the chase. When a revolution becomes relevant, it will be relevant.
Okay, and until then, we attempt to grow our movement. And so, what is the
not
harm?
just grow your movement, but submit to the contradiction in its objective development. Submit
Wait,
yourself.
sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean by
I'll
that.
clarify.
I'm very sorry.
Submit yourself to the forms of expression being given. Not just submit yourself, the objective forms of expression being given to popular and proletarian movements. And then submit yourself objectively, but also subjectively distill the essence of this material phenomena to strengthen the form of expression. So, for example, with Jimmy Dore,
Okay.
I'm Marxist-Leninist, but I am with Jimmy Dore because he represents objectively something in reality. It's my job as a Marxist-Leninist to prove I have some worth to Jimmy Dore's audience.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to prove
Did Jimmy
it to
Dore
me.
actually shout you out, by the way?
What's that?
I heard you say once that Jimmy Dore shouted you out. Is that true, actually? Or
Yeah. Someone paid for us. Real Politics, I think. Shout out Real Politics. Thank you so much for that, man.
Okay. And so, like, I get what you mean. Like, you have to essentially like grow your movement from like the contradictions of liberalism and stuff, and you have to point those out. You have to
listen. The reason we're Heideggerians is because we have this attitude that we are always already immersed in the contradiction. Like, we are already in the thick of a political contradiction.
Yeah, I mean,
and we just must clarify. We must clarify by scientific, in the Marxist sense of scientific, not the modern sense. By scientific means, we must clarify. We must clarify this contradiction.